Hello, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is another one of my catch-up videos because, as always, there's always more stuff going on and things to update you on. The last few weeks have had some very sad news and some also positive news. So I'll start off with the sad news because I don't want to talk about it too much, but I wanted to mention it because if I'm absent on here, it will explain why. And that is that really sadly, my nan, who a lot of you know I'm incredibly close to, has been put on end of life care. And I don't want to talk too much about it because A, I don't want to get upset on the internet, and B, I want to respect her privacy. I don't think it's particularly fair of me to be discussing things on here. But I went home the other week for a full week and I got to see her every single day. Because at the moment she is, I don't know the word, I think the word is stable. And so I got to see her every day and chat to her and talk about old memories and all that kind of stuff. And it was a week where we all came together as a family. My mum and my sister took the week off work, and as awful as the situation is, it was really nice to all come together and spend that time with her. So as you can see, I'm back in London now. We don't know when things are going to happen. So yeah, it's been really horrible. Yeah, like I say, I don't want to go into it too much, but that's going on at the moment, and this is the first time sort of experiencing. I don't want to talk about it as though she's not here anymore because she's still here, but it will be my first time experiencing a loss of this kind that I can remember, because my granddad, is her husband, he died when I was 6. So as much as I have a few memories of him, I obviously don't remember what it was like, and I didn't really have a concept of exactly what was going on. This is the first time losing a close family member that I will experience in like adulthood. So it's a strange thing. I know there's like no right way to go about it, but it's like, I don't know what I should be doing or how I should be thinking or feeling. So yeah, that is that, and that's all I'm gonna say on it. I've just noticed the print behind me has like slipped in the frame. That's really annoying. So aside from that, uni is, as I think I say every catch-up video, it continues to get more and more intense. It is like at the point now where I am using all of my weekends and evenings to get uni work done, and that obviously has a knock-on impact on everything else in terms of stress levels and mental health and capacity to do other things. So, I'm not really listing on eBay. I'm struggling to find time or having time to think about what content I want to make for YouTube, let alone filming it. And I am still working 2 days a week. However, that will change soon because I've just agreed with my boss to go on a sabbatical from the start of April, so that I can focus on finishing my degree, because my degree ends in June. And then this is the good news. So the good news is I'm going on sabbatical, and then in July I am going back full-time as what is called a Part 2 assistant architect. A Part 2 assistant architect is an assistant architect who has their masters. So effectively, I've got a guaranteed job when I finish my course, which of course is a huge relief. I feel very lucky to not have to try and find a job when I finish my course, because of course that would be, a stress in itself. Living in London without a job is pretty much untenable. So yeah, it's fantastic that I know that I've got a job at the end of all of this and I don't have to worry about that. So I really can just focus on finishing my course, doing the best that I can, and then going into the world of work full time for the rest of my working life. Whilst I will have to do what's called the Part 3 course, which is the final course to qualify as an architect. You do that alongside working, so like evenings and weekends. So yeah, as of June, that will be the end of my sort of formal education, which is crazy, because it's, all I've known since I was 3 years old was preschool, primary school, secondary school, sixth form, undergrad, and now masters. So yeah, it's a funny thought that within the next few months I will be working full time for the next 40 years plus if I have to retire at 68. Um, so yes, and uni in itself's had its stresses. Our head of school steps down with immediate effect. A lot of our faculty have left, so they are very short-staffed at the moment. They are changing the academic partner, which means they're not currently able to recruit for the September cohort. And whilst that doesn't necessarily impact me, because our current academic partner still validates the course for me and the year below me, it does have a knock-on effect in terms of the minimal staff that we currently have are now being stretched even further. So it's a bit crap really in terms of us not quite having the full level of support that we need because they just don't have the number of staff to do that. Which in turn also makes me more grateful for the fact that I have a guaranteed job at the end of all of this, because the really sad truth is that whilst we are all doing the absolute best we can, that support that we're not having would help us to achieve more, because it's the knowledge that those people have that aren't there anymore for us to use. It's the extra drop-in sessions to go through our work with people. It's that email with a question and that person with all the knowledge gets back to you and it changes the way your project goes and that person's not there to email anymore. It's also at the moment day-to-day running of things because our studio manager's not there. So yeah, it's very difficult and frustrating to know that you are suffering from not having the level of support that you could have. So yes, that's all been stressful too. On top of that, we're still dealing with the ceiling collapse at my nan's bungalow. That's a whole other thing. Workmen haven't even started there yet. I know in the light of what's going on with my nan now, it all seems very trivial, but it still needs sorting because the insurance are, involved, so it has to be done. And there's some other stuff going on as well, which I'm not going to talk about because it's not my business to talk about, but other close family related things that are happening with multiple family members is the easiest way to say it. So all in all, I feel like if you watch all my catch-ups, it's just the stress levels slowly rising and rising and rising, which is the case. However, let's get to June, and as of June, I will be a free man, effectively, although I'll be in the hands of capitalism working full-time, but mental capacity will be back, evenings will be back, weekends will be back, it will be summer. I don't know about you guys, but having the sunshine out over this last week has been gorgeous and so welcomed, and this is the first year that I've really thought, gosh, maybe I do suffer from seasonal affective disorder. And to be honest, I think most people probably do, because I feel like a completely different person for seeing some sunshine. It's really come at the right time. The other side of things is reselling. I've not even really mentioned that, but I will be ramping that up a little bit. So obviously I'm dropping my 2 days working in my architecture job, but I still need to make up some of that income. And as you all know, I still have an awful lot of unlisted stock. So as and when I can, I'll be using some time to get listing, get stuff sold, because if it's not listed, you can't sell it and you can't make any money from it, as we all know. And also, again, I put a few stories on my reselling Instagram account over the weekend, like last weekend. I guess you'll be seeing this. Yeah, you'll be seeing this weekend after. Saying, I put some stories on saying that when I am back at work full time, it'll be fun to go back to a little bit more what it was like before I came to London, when I was living at home and working full time, and eBay was much more a part of what I was doing, making content about it more often, having more to say about it. So yeah, hopefully I can get back to that in the summer and moving forward. I guess as usual, I've just come on here to say, bear with me. Life is throwing a lot at me, and I know like it doesn't affect any of you guys anyway. And it probably doesn't make any difference to you whether you see a video from me or not. But if I become MIA, that is very much why. Yeah, it's a strange old time at the moment. And like particularly with what's going on with my nan, it's a really strange one because she is stable at the moment. Doesn't feel real knowing what is to come. And I'm sure that as things start to change, it will sink in a bit more. So yeah, so it makes it more difficult to deal with in a way, because I feel bad for being happy and smiley when that's going on. But it's because when I see her, when I saw her, and my mum is like FaceTiming me with when she's visiting my nan. When I see her, it is still my nan that's there, and so it's not really sunk in yet. And but the truth is that it is still going to happen at some point. So it's a strange situation. And there is also the huge side of me. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. There's the side of things where I feel the huge guilt of being away from my family. All my family live very close to each other, and I am the only one who's far away. I'm like 200 miles away. And in like these times, I obviously really wish that I was much closer to home so I could be there for support, be there to be with my family and get support from them, be there to see my nan regularly, because I don't know when the next time I'm going to see her is going to be, and I don't know what the situation is going to be the next time that I see her. That's the difficult side of things. Selfishly, it's the guilt and the sort of feeling like I'm not where I need to be, but also I have to be in London for my course and for my job, and there's no changing that. As much as obviously, you know, if things do change, I will of course go straight back home. Anyway, that's my ramblings for this week. Seems to have kept it under 15 minutes, which is a new record for me, I guess. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I don't know what to I don't know what to say. Just don't expect much from me. And I will see you guys when I see you. So thanks for watching. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you at some point with another video.